How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Been getting a couple questions about some parts on this. Figured I'd make a quick video of the setup. How I'm running it currently. Probably going to change. It's changed about 5 times in the last 3 months. But yeah, here's a list of what I got and how I set it up. Alright, so we're going to go tip to butt. To start, we have the Precision Armament hypertap. I've had this on here for the 1,000 round test, and basically 2 months into owning the gun, and I have 3 of the 6 holes drilled, 2 on the right, 1 on the left. Makes the gun shoot super crazy flat. Borderline zero recoil. I would compare it to a 22. Works amazing. Concussion, insane. Wouldn't recommend if you have an indoor range, but it works. The flashlight is a knockoff of a Surefire. It's a 1500 lumen, just your generic metal body LED flashlight. Works pretty good. It's on a good old aluminum Amazon mount. Works good, hasn't given me any issues. I've fired over 1,000 rounds out of this gun and it still works fine. Way cheaper than a Surefire. The flip up irons, front and rear, are magpul MBUSs. Bipod is your generic M-lock mount aluminum bipod. I would recommend getting a longer one though, because if you're going to run 30s, it makes it difficult to any sort of inclined shooting. The magazine kind of gets in the way. The foregrip is a MOE, generic MOE foregrip. Got some QD sling mounts here. This came with the light. Works pretty good. Just a little Velcro strap. Keeps the wire up out of the way of the hinge and stuff. Then we got a Vortex 2 MOA dot on a Absolute Co-Witness mount. And a feyachi 5x magnifier on a flip mount. Works pretty good. Get out to 150, 200 yards. I had the 3X on here, but the 3X I just found I got shitty eyesight, so it doesn't work up to what I need to be able to shoot out to 150, 200 yards. That's the maximum. I would really recommend shooting a 7.62 x 39. But then the bottom, this is the one I always get questions on. The LCT flared magwell. This I got off of an airsoft site, and I modified it to fit onto a real steel gun. It works super good. I have no complaints. Took me half an hour to modify it. Get a nice big flared magwell. Makes the reloads nice. It's good and solid. Basically, to modify it, I had to drill the existing holes larger, because the airsoft guns use a smaller diameter screw for the front of the trigger guard. So I ended up drilling those larger, and then I got longer screws from the local hardware store, because as you can see, it is pretty thick, and the factory screws will be too short to get a proper torque spec on. You don't want to strip that out. It's not fun having to replace your shims and all that stuff, and you can screw up your whole gun. So I just went and got 2mm longer screws, and they seated very well. And then on the rear, I got the magpul 1/2-inch riser just to help get a better sight picture through the magnifier. The eye box on this magnifier is pretty tight, but once you get used to it, super quick target acquisition, especially with the riser, works pretty well. And if you ever do extend the stock, I usually run a plate carrier, so I have it collapsed all the way in, but when you do extend the stock, you can pop this off and pop it back. You can put it on either both snaps or one snap. It works just fine on either or. I've tried both. So if you have a long eye relief or if you have orangutan arms, it works. But yeah, that's the current setup. Works very well for me. Super flat shooting. It's a little bit nose heavy with the bipod, but if I'm going to do flat range stuff, I'm just going to take the bipod off. Takes 2 seconds. Knocks 1/2 pound off the front of the gun, but for the most part, it is pretty much center balanced right on the front receiver bolt. So yeah, that's the setup. Got any other questions, feel free to ask. Leave a like and a comment. Go watch my other videos. I'm eventually going to be doing an accuracy test with this, and definitely be doing a 2,000 round update. Talk to you later.